everyone, welcome back. So, Tracker Season 3 Episode 4 delivers one of its most intense and emotional stories, yet tapping into a parent's worst nightmare. From the very beginning, the episode plays on a universal fear. Parents trust that when their kids are at school, they are safe, protected, watched over, so when that trust is broken, everything falls apart. This time, the case centers on Alex, a young boy who disappears during a school trip to a museum. One moment he is there, and the next step he is gone. And just like that, the clock starts ticking. What makes this episode so effective is how unpredictable it feels. At first, Alex's disappearance seems random. A fire alarm goes off, he hides, gets separated from the group, and then runs into the wrong person. Simple. But nothing in Tracker is ever that simple. This episode throws multiple possibilities at you. Maybe it's someone at the museum, maybe it's tied to the parents, maybe it's something darker, and just when you think you have figured it out, the story shifts. That's where Coulter shines. He approaches every case without emotional attachment, and that's what makes him so effective. While everyone else is spiraling, he stays focused, paying attention to the smallest details others miss. But this case hits differently because of Alex's father, James. James is exactly what you would expect, a parent drowning in guilt, fear, and anger. He keeps asking himself the same question every parent would: What could I, what could I have done differently? And that emotional weight starts to affect everything. He lashes out, he ignores instruction, he lets his fear take control, and it becomes a clear reminder of why Coulter usually works alone. Because when emotions take over, mistakes follow. For a while, the episode leans into a classic red herring. The teacher, Mr. Brooks, everything about him feels suspicious. The clue lines up just enough to make you believe he is responsible, and honestly, it almost works. But then comes the twist: the real danger isn't a stranger, it's someone much closer, the neighbor, someone the family trusted, someone they let into their lives without a second thought. And that's what makes it so unsettling, because it turns the story from a random crime into something far more personal. This wasn't a chance, it was calculated. The reveal hits so hard, not just because of what happened, but because of what it represents. Sometimes the biggest threats are the one you never question. The final act is pure tension. Coulter tracks Alex to a remote cabin, leading to a brutal confrontation. There's a moment where everything hangs in the balance, and for a second, it genuinely feels like it could go very wrong. Even after Alex is rescued, the episode doesn't pretend everything is okay, because it's not. Yes, he's safe, yes, he's back with his parents, but the trauma doesn't just disappear. That kind of experience leaves a mark on Alex, on his parents, on everyone involved. And that's what Tracker understands so well. The happy ending is never really a clean one, it's just the beginning of an healing. This episode works because it balances tension with emotion, mystery with realism. It keeps you guessing, keeps you anxious, and ultimately reminds just how fragile that sense of safety really is. And that's what makes it one of the strongest episodes of the season. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.